coming in, they're squeezing.
Okay, we need to watch that's what we need to watch. The Candace Owens latest episode, this one. Exclusive, another photo of Tyler Robinson. What's she going to say this time?
Let's take a pause. There is a lot happening right now, okay? Bibi Netanyahu is again denying that he murdered Charlie Kirk, despite the fact that no one that I know accused him of doing such a thing. Is that normal?
You did! Like, you fucking did! Oh my gosh, you are so fake. Just say what you fucking said. Like, come on, just own it. Why would you not own that? You're doing it right now! Bitch, you're doing it right now. No one's even accused Israel of doing it. Literally, like, half of Twitter.
For a state leader of a foreign country to have to twice deny that on national television. We also have Bill Ackman, who is sending his press hounds on me. There's no other way to say it. He's also dropping text messages that prove nothing. And a guy named Eric Bolling is just lying through his teeth on
like you.
PBD, the PBD podcast, to establish this narrative, which for some reason every major publication is now running with, that I haven't spoken to Charlie Kirk in years.
Dude, she had one text with him where she went, her proving that she had is a text to him from like 4 months ago where she went, free speech is really under attack in America. And then Charlie was like, yep, sure is.
That is all happening right now, not because I'm lying, but because we are choosing to stay focused on solving the murder of Charlie Kirk. And what we are uncovering is much darker than I think any of us could have possibly imagined.
You haven't done anything to do that.
So welcome back to Candace.
You're going to look at the fucking picture that the police released. You're going to analyze the new photograph that the actual detectives have released and then go,
we are pulling all of this together and I don't even know where to begin. And I guess we should just start with one of many explosive discoveries, thanks to all of you guys, by the way, anonymous sources.
If you played tag with Candace Owens, she'd say, you didn't tag me, you tagged my shirt 100%.
Wanting to get to the truth, having that gut instinct that something is not right.
She found the Dairy Queen pic, big find.
So we've been wondering yesterday. I was also doing an Instagram series, pulling everybody into what doesn't make sense about the changing of the clothes that Tyler Robinson allegedly did. And we've been wondering why it seems that the feds were only willing to release a grainy image of Tyler Robinson from the day of the shooting, despite the tech stack that UVU campus has, right? There's no images that we can see that have been released of his Dodge Challenger that's supposed to be idling nearby the campus for a very long time, right? If he's, as he texted these Fed messages,
idling,
him and Lance.
It's idling at the campus, as in like what? He just left it fucking running?
They're texting.
Where does she get this?
And he's telling him every second, minute by minute, what he's done. And he mentions...
Literally, where does she get any of this stuff?
That the cops have done
a sweep. Left it on.
Remember, Tyler is supposed to be
babysitting
the gun in that moment, waiting for the right moment to go back and, quote unquote, retrieve.
It was in neutral. He had left it. He had left it on. In neutral, just like sitting there, ready to go. So that, you know, he didn't have to change gears. He didn't have to shift into drive.
But he sees
he still would,
I'm not kidding, quote unquote,
he wouldn't have to shift
car.
from park
That's what
to
he writes,
drive.
right? He writes,
He'd be ready to go.
I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. Squad car. Okay, yeah, no. How many times do you call a police car a squad car? Do you want to know who calls it a squad car? Someone on the squad. Well, that's how that works. Yeah, but that's what Tyler writes. Squad car. Elsewhere.
That's like boomer shit. Like a boomer would say a squad car. That actually doesn't seem weird for a boomer to say. I just think he's like a chud boomer that got indoctrinated to be a libtard. Like he's a chud with autism and a boom and like the brain of a boomer, but was radicalized by a trans butthole, you know?
In this correspondence. And by the way, thanks to one of you
His dad. Oh yeah, his dad's a cop. His dad is a cop. Wait, that explains like all this shit. He's an autistic, like retarded kid whose dad is a cop. So actually, all those texts make perfect sense.
People who commented on yesterday's episode and pointed this out to me.
Good catch.
But elsewhere,
good point,
Tyler says
Maddie.
something that only a woman would say. That's why it didn't flag me as weird when I was reading this. It didn't flag me as odd. He says to Lance,
his dad's friend was a cop. No, his dad was a former.
I worry about Prince. I had to leave it, referring to the rifle, in a bush where I changed outfits. Wait, changed outfits? Somebody commented, men don't say outfits. That's a woman thing. Okay, yeah, that's true. I would say I changed my outfit. A man does not say, you just say you changed clothes. You would not say an outfit. Outfit is very girly. Okay, so is this AI or is this a female fed that put these messages together? We're not feeling like it's Tyler Robinson. That's for sure.
I'm fitted, bitch.
Now, another question we ask is if there is this much available footage, why not to relieve everybody to make us feel like this is not a federal operation? Why not just release anything to the public? Well, the reason is because according to locals, many of which have emailed me.
Yeah. Also, he's a gay man. Yeah. Candace, he's dating a guy who he's calling his love. He's saying my love to a gay guy. Like, dude, a boomer cop. Listen, a boomer cop could not write a script where he's texting his gay boyfriend and say my love. Like, that's how I know it's not a cop writing it, because a boomer cop would not fucking ever write my love between that kid and another guy.
Any of the footage that they had, any footage that they found, they immediately sent over to the feds, and the feds told them that they were not allowed to share it at all. Like, there was some risk. If you shared this at all, it's not going to be good for you. Like, they are kind of being pressured by the feds not to share things publicly. And that's why I would say 9/10 is beginning to remind me of 9/11, right? The feds sweep through everything to make sure that they have all of the footage so that no one can question the narrative that they put out. It makes me think, how long did it take before they were willing to show us any footage of the alleged giant
not why
Boeing plane
9/11 is sus.
that hit the Pentagon building? We weren't allowed to see that for a very long time. I think someone actually in Congress had to fight to get any footage released, and you had people that were saying, no, it was a missile. Well, they swept everything nearby. So that's what this is kind of reminding me of, a Fed sweep. They pretend that they want more information, but in reality, they want to make sure that they have all of the information, all of the footage, so that they can control the narrative.
9/10 is like 9/11.
Except sometimes things don't go as planned. Because before people realize they have anything, or maybe when they're trying to reach out to the feds, they're texting a friend who texts a friend. And the next thing you know, the whole neighborhood in all of Orem has something. And this is what happened. Something made its way around the entire town and into my tips line repeatedly. It is a very clear image of Tyler Robinson, allegedly taken, I'll say allegedly for safety here, but it's looking right according to my timeline, allegedly taken at 6:38 p.m. at a nearby Dairy Queen. Here is that photo that we can show you.
That's Augie RFC.
What is wrong with this picture?
Augie.
A lot is wrong with this picture. First and foremost, 6:38 p.m. You just shot someone.
What was Ralph saying? Ralph was saying, that's Mr. Medicare.
You have gone through great pain.
He was saying, looks like a Mr. Medicare fan. Could you imagine if his hat had 4 stars on it? Could you fucking imagine?
To hide your face, to change your outfit. But wait, you didn't fully change your outfit, did you? I'm looking at this photo.
Dude, what if it does? Like, you kind of can't even see.
And you're wearing jeans and you're wearing the maroon shirt. Now we have a 50-50 combo of the outfits.
Ralph said meow.
And now you're showing your eyes and you're not fearful at all that you might be recognized. Also, wow, you must have quite the stomach. You don't have a record. Next thing you know, you shoot someone and you're like, I'm just going to go have a meal. You don't seem fearful at all that you might be recognized.
Run this back.
And now you're showing your eyes and you're not fearful at all that you might be recognized. Also, wow, you must have quite the stomach. You don't have a record. Next thing you know, you shoot someone and you're like, I'm just going to go have a meal. You don't seem to be too shaken or too upset.
8 hours later, like, he was shot Mountain Time at like 11 o'clock. He's eating there at 6 or 7, 6, 7, 6, 7.
Something problematic is the location, by the way. We mapped this out. It's about 15 minutes away.
He's running a steak finger basket, dude. I don't blame him.
When we're told that he's idling by, babysitting the rifle. So you can see, we're showing you, it's about a 17-minute drive away from the campus. So there should be a lot of footage then of this Dodge Challenger driving back and forth. Okay. And like I said, the biggest thing that jumps at me is,
do you want them to just release, like, does she just want the police to release like every traffic video throughout all of Orem and everywhere he went all day, the whole day? Just trace it back as far as it goes.
There. So he's got to be a full-blown psychopath, wearing half of what the feds told us he was wearing in the morning and half of what the feds told us that he was wearing during the shooting. Okay, so why did he text in this exchange at all and say that he changed outfits? When you've just said, I changed my t-shirt, if that's the reality, you just changed your t-shirt and that was enough? Was it just a t-shirt that he changed?
Outfit is not sus.
The outfit, again, as I said yesterday, has always been proper.
He's like, who says outfit? We say outfit here. He changed his outfit.
I feel the outfit was
you change your outfit?
Mistake. It never made any sense to say that he wore an outfit onto campus, light khaki shorts and a maroon shirt, and then decided to completely change hours later.
I'm wearing my outfit.
Because why wouldn't you just change the t-shirt? That actually makes more sense. Every kid wears blue jeans. You don't have to like change blue jeans or change out of khaki shorts to avoid detection. That's not going to go, hey, we're stopping you because you're wearing blue jeans. That's not a thing. It would make much more sense if he had just changed his t-shirts. And like I said yesterday, if you were going to change it all, why did you have to leave campus to do that?
Sometimes I wear the same pants for 6 days on end.
And shouldn't the cameras have caught you either way?
And then cycle back into them without washing them like a week later.
You take a totally different route. Again, there's cameras everywhere. So we can now plot this change, this alleged Dairy Queen stop onto our timeline, right? We can see that right there. We were very accurate when we started getting really serious about looking at a timeline. I like a clean timeline. We said the first correspondence that allegedly took place between these two.
That's unironically true for pants. That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, I'm not running around. I'm not sweating in them. I'm not shitting my pants. I'm not like, they're pants, dude. They're pants.
Tyler and Lance after 6 o'clock p.m. Well, there we go. 6:38 p.m. We get this confirmed photo, or I shouldn't say a confirmed photo, an alleged photo of Tyler Robinson buying food at Dairy Queen off campus on the other side of town. And that's where we can assume, I mean, campus is supposed to be on lockdown. Is this supposed to be a manhunt? That's,
you know what I do though, because I treat myself to this, okay? This is one thing that I do treat myself to. I buy new pack of fresh socks like every 3 weeks.
Where we can assume these text messages or around this time where Tyler Robinson is signifying that he's close to the scene of the crime. That
will increase your quality of life so much.
We should be able to find more footage of his vehicle. Maybe you are a shop along this way near that Dairy Queen, and you should check your footage to see if around this time, 6:38 or else.
So comfy, wearing Ellis dress socks right now.
Source tells me that they saw him dropping, near this Dairy Queen, that there's a cemetery, and he was
$2,000 a year sock budget. Dude, that would be like, what is a pack of socks? A pack of socks is like $10 to $15, like somewhere between there. And every 3 weeks. So like almost 12 times, like 14 times a year. That's like $200 on socks, okay, a year.
Dropping clothes into that cemetery. Now, we have not gotten anything from the feds about where the clothing was dropped off, where he changed. Nothing.
Just
My
wash the
question
old
then
socks. What's the
is,
big deal?
what
Dude, I
is
lose
going
them. I don't know where
on?
they all go. I don't know where all my socks go, but I fucking lose them, okay? Leave me alone. Like, this is what I'm saying. Listen, I don't buy a whole bunch of other shit for myself all the time. I'm not always spending and splurging all over the place, okay? But I buy some new socks. I treat myself, okay? And that's okay. And that's okay. Thief steals them. Yeah, we have a sock thief.
My suspicion, I maintain, is that there are multiple people that are involved. And after receiving
Pair of
this,
socks once
that
throw away.
suspicion
I just wear the same socks for like 3 or 4 days until they like, you know, don't feel like they're just dirty on the bottom. They don't feel good. Then I just fucking chuck them some. I don't know where they go.
is growing. Okay.
Thank
Like
you,
I
the
said,
good
unless
chatter.
that man
Finally,
is
the
a
good chatter spitting
cold-blooded
facts.
killer.
Thank you.
He just seems to be la-di-da, eating some Dairy Queen, and it's not making sense. Now, there is something that another local told me that the locals are discussing that they believe actually took place, and it rings a lot truer to me. A lot.
Stop wasting your socks on homemade pocket pussies. Dude, I've ran out of kitchen rags before. And while cleaning off the stovetop or something, like if I had been like cooking something, and when I took like the lid off or whatever, like condensation got all over the stovetop and it's like grease or whatever, I'll like spray. I've done this before. I've sprayed the top of it with like, you know, some soap or spray or whatever. And then I couldn't find a fucking kitchen rag because I hadn't done the laundry. We hadn't done the laundry, or I think it was even done. I just didn't know where Brendan put it. Like, I don't even know where it was. We hadn't like put it away or whatever. So I was just like, fuck it. I just grabbed one of my old socks, one of the socks that I had just like taken off, just used that, and then threw it, and then just chucked it. I don't even know where it went. Again, I don't know where they go. Gone.
Truer than anything that I've heard thus far from the feds. I'm going to tell you that in a moment. But first, I decided to sort of hyper focus on the doorbell cam footage, right? Because that mysteriously made its way to TMZ the morning after Charlie's assassination. Can we actually, what time did that footage make its way? Just so I can take a look. I'm going to go on to day 2 here. When did TMZ release the footage? Well, I don't know exactly the exact day they released the footage. I think it was, their footage said that at 8:07 a.m. TMZ is the first on September 10th that tells us that there is
Then he rolled a pizza dough out.
Doorbell cam footage, but I actually want to see when TMZ released it. So can you just put a note for me, Skylar, that I want to look up when TMZ announced it? I feel like it was in the morning. Okay.
Dude, it's a stovetop. Okay, first of all, it's a stovetop. Secondly, I'm using like soap on it, okay? And it's a stovetop. Like, I'm not cooking anything directly on the stovetop ever. That's retarded. It's a stovetop on an electric oven stove, oven and stove, okay? Like, it's always in a pan. Who cares? Grow up, dude. Grow up.
And so I started asking myself, like, where did that footage come from, right? We should look into that. Let me just say this right away. As a rule,
you don't have to justify to these freaks. They probably just eat their own cum. Dude, imagine being such a freak you shot it in the air and caught it. No, sorry. Okay.
Tragedy happens. I don't love.
Sorry, back to Candace.
I ask myself, like, where did that footage come from? Right? We should look into that. Let me just say this right away. As a rule,
what if that's what I was sharing with you? What if that was like the thing where I'm like, okay, controversial, but sometimes if I can't find my cum sock, I'll just shoot it in there and catch it. What? Guys, come on, what?
When a tragedy happens,
Big
I don't
deal.
love the people who have the instinct to immediately speak to the press after a tragedy. What I mean to say is that, imagine you're on campus
Christian
somewhere,
recycling
a
method.
shooting happens, students are screaming, they're running, somebody is dead. I feel that a normal person's instinct is to make sure their loved ones are okay in their immediate vicinity, make sure they are okay, obviously, and then to call and alert everyone who would be concerned that you're okay, right? Maybe your mom's texting you, but like, you're going to get on the phone first with like your mom and dad. You're not going to get on the phone with TMZ. You're not going to you're going to speak to the press first. I don't think so. So it's always a good question when you sense that something is wrong, as I very much sense right now with the Charlie Kirk assassination, to go back and reflect on who opened up to the press with information. Look, if you've been a longtime listener of the show, the mainstream media has been controlled by the CIA since Operation Mockingbird. And so I addressed
You read
that
about
question.
that in the book
Who was it
Chaos.
that gave the footage
Everyone knows this because of the book Chaos. A must-read book that everyone's read. Chaos.
to TMZ?
One of 5
Why
books.
TMZ? Whose instincts would it be
Chaos?
to give the footage to TMZ if you're really just a person living out in Utah?
Wait, check young Putin's posts again. New screenshots. New Charlie Kirk messages revealed. I can't lie. This is the most convincing batch yet. Charlie. ADL is Jews last. Under Abe, Foxman, ADL was Jews first. Yes. I watched the podcast. Candace needs to say 2 things. And this will stop in its tracks. They are fundamental conservative principles. And she didn't say either. Israel is not committing genocide. 30 dead, raped, kidnapped, and beheaded Americans in Gaza makes the fight in Gaza America first. This is not Ukraine. This is right. I am really trying to help her. What most conservative Jews are upset about is not what she is saying in Tucker or what she's posting now.
$5 support the show.
Thank you, Jones. Big shout out. I appreciate it. So true. Gift subs, power to live / JimboZoomer, and gift channel points. It says it in the chat now. If I miss it though and I don't acknowledge it, spam in my chat. If it's like over 100. Anyway. What most conservative Jews are upset about is not what she's saying in Tucker or what she's posting now. She posted a tweet that implied Israel's committing genocide on Palestinians, and then replied to the justified outrage of comparing a people who endured genocide to Nazis with a cute response of, I never said who I was referring to. Okay, I will look at that. I don't agree with that. I am vocally pro-Israel for the record. I'm on a massive chats with pro-Trump Jews, and they all know she's bad news. I know. FYI, need to have you over for Shabbat dinner in Paradise Valley. 100% honor the Shabbat. Holy shit, he was about to turn on them, I think. I think he was about to name them. Looks like many conservatives are taking the first exit off this train. Has Turning Point thought through what they are going to do? It's being worked on. I don't do the silly virtue signaling stuff publicly. Fun times. What exactly is she talking about? Where does she get this stuff from? I'm not being sarcastic. I'm so confused. I don't know. I think she has entered a dark world of conspiracy. My guess is that this is a postpartum behavior. It's not normal stuff, and it's everything. She's looking for the Jewish angle in every rock she turns over. Maybe someone Kanye knows. They seem to be going down the same crazy train. Like a Svengali type guru with PhD in crazy Jewish conspiracies. I've never heard of this stuff before. To be fair, these have to be like kind of old. They're talking about her becoming anti-Semitic, and they're still referring to it as like, they're referring to the Kanye thing as, it seems he's starting to go down that crazy train. That's funny. Next.
Surprised by everything. Why are you giving it to like TMZ, which covers celebrity gossip out of Hollywood? Right? The New York Post. That's not supposed to be a local paper, a local news source. Why would you hit up the New York Post? Which Utah citizen thought of TMZ first? Was it them or was it the feds?
It was me.
Well, we were able to stalk that. Okay, we were able, because gratefully, one of the individuals who owned the house spoke to a local news station the morning after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. His name,
right,
you're going to see, is Irwin Steele. Let's watch that footage of Irwin Steele the next morning.
Kathy Beckel led us to her backyard. She says police searched this area for the suspected gunman and his weapon. Just a few streets over, Irwin Steele was another neighbor who was met with officers in his front yard.
It was scary. It's. I know it's been said many times, but this is a safe place. This is a calm place. We're right next to, the largest university in the state, but at the same time, they're generally good people.
Steele says they're helping
Right.
authorities by giving them any footage they have on their outdoor cameras.
They are gay,
he says
but they
it's
were
still
okay.
startling to know the gunman could have been so close to their homes.
We have students going up and down the street all day long, and it's
Dude,
never
look at
been
the
a threat
suburbs.
to our
Oh my
safety.
gosh.
And so
So
for something
comfy.
like this to happen it's shocking. It's really shocking.
So nice.
Seems like a good guy. I have no beef with him. Immediately,
guy.
actually, I was wondering
Piece
why
of
were we
shit.
ever told that it was doorbell cam footage?
Man,
Obviously, it's
fuck
not
that
doorbell
guy.
cam footage. It's too
That's my
high. Hence, the height of the footage in general. Secondly, like I said, this clip is from the morning after
Yeah, I gotta
Charlie
use-
Kirk's assassination.
I gotta use
so
that grease on this chair
TMZ
again.
had
It's
already
squealing.
publicized that footage, and so that strikes me as a little odd. That would stipulate that either the feds, like I said, collected that footage the night before and then immediately gave to TMZ, or this guy himself gave it to TMZ before he gave it to the feds. So we're looking into Irwin, and we find that he doesn't just co-own just that one house on the street with somebody else named Samuel Steele, but Samuel and his wife Carrie are the ones that own the house that gave the footage, not Irwin. But Irwin is saying that he lives in that house, but actually we found some other Steeles that live in that house.
What?
And I'm wondering, okay, that seems a little bit confusing. Maybe you're all family. You just go, oh, okay, well, we kind of own all of these houses, whatever. But that strikes me as a little bit odd. I decided to look a little bit further to see like what it was that he was in, like, what business is your family in? And it turns out that they work for an engineering place, a place that makes called Caldera Engineering. It's a company called Caldera Engineering.
Dude, the more she looks into Utah, the more she's gonna realize the only industries there are like weapons manufacturers. Dude, the more she looks into this, the more she's gonna realize that everyone there has security clearance and are either CIA, FBI, or designing futuristic mech weapons.
And ostensibly, they manufacture valves. Okay. Now that stood out to me because I just find
She's
that
off
the
the trail.
manufacturing
We're
of
good.
valves keeps coming up when I look into certain people, because I'm all about the genealogy, and I can name 3 people that I got curious about whose family manufactures valves. I don't know if that's a big business out in Utah. Also in Canada, when I was looking into Harley Pasternak, that's exactly what his family did. They were in piping and valves, and I'm going, okay, whatever.
They're plumbers.
A local source told me
They're
that
plumbers.
virtually everyone
Is that
on
what
that
you're
block
saying?
works for that company. The Steeles are a big family in Orem. Okay, fine. And it's like,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
that's something that our source, we have a very good source, said that whole block is pretty much employees of that.
Who the fuck? Okay. Who's your? Now this is just false. Like, that's just not real. What? How would a source even know that? Like, I don't know what almost anyone on my street in Utah did. Like, I don't know what company they're working for. Who would ever know that shit? Like, I have a pretty good source that's saying, yeah, basically that block, they work for Steele.
Engineering company, Caldera. Okay, just put that in the back of my mind. I'm looking for some other witnesses. I decided witnesses pertaining to Tyler Robinson. We have a second witness, and her account is kind of confusing to me, and I'm going to tell you why. First and foremost, her last name also happens to be Steele, but this one witnessed something 4 hours away. Her name is Sherry Steele, and
Caldera, founded in 1994, 30 years ago. Software industry. This is what came up when I looked up that. Orem. Caldera was an American software company based in Orem, Utah, originally founded in 1994, later renamed Caldera International, which focused on developing and selling Linux and Unix-based operating system services for businesses. Is she retarded? Is she talking about something else? Or Caldera Engineering? Caldera Engineering is based in Utah and Wangara, Australia, an engineering manufacturing company that specializes in severe service letdown systems, valves, and chokes, providing solutions for industries such as oil and gas. Yeah, so Rocky Mountain Power, that's like a subsidiary of what delivers power to the entire western part of America, or that region. But everyone on the block works there?
She spoke to the BBC about how she had witnessed the police swarm the townhouse
Lucky Grass says,
of
"Don't
Tyler
die to me."
Robinson and
Who's he saying that
Lance
to?
while she was walking her dog in the evening. Here is
Hey,
what she
Saley.
says. I'm going to read it directly here from the article. This is from the article. It
Abe
reads,
Newell's
Sherry
killed him?
Steele,
They
who
laid
lives
pipe.
across the street from the residence, came back from an evening walk to see a large police presence. In the
BBC
video
mentioned.
that she showed the BBC, for some reason the BBC is not publishing this video, a loud voice, which she said belonged to the authorities, can be heard shouting, "Freeze!" and "Come out now." It just kind of blows your mind coming up the street and all of a sudden there are helicopters above your house, Ms. Steele said, adding that she had never spoken to Mr. Robinson. Okay. Couple of things that don't work about that testimony to me. First and foremost, doesn't work with my timeline. I really care about my timeline here, okay?
My timeline?
She says she's walking her dog
doesn't
in the
mean about my
evening.
timeline.
We are told by the
fuck
feds,
up,
well,
bitch.
33 hours should have been nighttime, right? Their 33 hours should have been 9 p.m. Is when Tyler Robinson, that turned himself in. But then we found out from other sources that actually it was more like 7 o'clock p.m., you know, feds are saying 33 hours. That's 9 o'clock p.m. Certainly wouldn't describe it as an evening walk with your dog at that time. And by the way, at that time, according to our source, they didn't move at all. Okay. We're supposed to believe that it was overnight that they brought in Lance and then.
Hold on. Is this her source? Her source might be r/conspiracy. Holy shit. Is she just stealing it from this Reddit page? Oh my. No way. Oh my gosh, she is. Where are they stealing this from her? Wait, which way does it go? 21 out. Okay, no. They're stealing this from her. Well, yeah. They're stealing this from her. Well, maybe. I mean, this person also has the... Oh, yeah, no, they're watching Candace's video. The neighbor on the Steele neighborhood block said the gun was found by a chicken coop in a backyard. A younger Steele ran for lieutenant governor. A family of 16 Steeles in Orem gave an interview the morning after the shooting on campus. A family of 16 Steeles? Aunt named Tiffany and her 2 young nieces. The littlest girl, about 8 to 9, says she saw Charlie get shot in the artery. The Steeles all work for the engineering firm that manufactures valves. Irwin Steele. Do they have the address? Can I just like check the... Irwin Steele Caldera. Let's see. Hold on. Load. LinkedIn is taking forever. Oh my gosh, it's just broken. Open. Log me in, bitch. Or don't. I also don't care. You can also not log me in. Just fucking show me the page. Holy shit. Dude, I hate LinkedIn. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Archive.org. Archive link. Can I use that? Irwin Steele, project management at Caldera Engineering, Provo, Utah. Retired at Caldera. It's loading. Irwin Steele is 70 years old. 959 South 870 East Orem. That house? They show the owners? Do they tell you who the owners of these places are? Let's see. Oh my gosh, I hate LinkedIn so much, dude. Oh my gosh, it's so shit. No, I just want to see this. I don't want to see any search, any redirect. Oh my fuck you. Okay, what's this? Won't let me even log into the account. 959 South 870 East Orem, Utah. Owners? Oh. Abstract information for cereal. Property address was not for legal documents. Harris L.A. Jean Nelson. Is this like years before the sales? Okay, wait. In 2025. Steele, Karen Richardson, Irwin. Bought it in 2022 or something. People living at that address: Karen Steele, Barbara Steele, Ryan Richardson, Paul Richardson, and Matthew Richardson. I don't know. Who cares? Honestly, I mean, whatever. Like,
and according
they
to
probably all
Lance's
work at that
own
place. She's
family,
probably right.
it was
All right,
overnight.
let's just continue.
That they, after bringing Lance in around 11 o'clock p.m. ish, right, and then overnight is when they
do own that place, though.
Swarm the household and then go through everything. So what's going on here? Second thing about Sherry Steele, I can't find her. We stalked. We looked through databases. We contacted Lance's family to see if they were familiar with that name.
Jones 7
I
just
cannot
resubscribed.
find a woman named Sherry Steele that lives in that building complex, nor can I find her alleged footage that the BBC mentions the following morning. I don't just put it out there.
Did I just literally find it in 5 seconds?
Because there are going to be two.
Did I just... State of Utah. Hashtag nails. I received this on Monday. Now the other Steele is 70, so this would just be his wife. Bitch, you are so retarded. Like, look up Sherry Steele, Orem, Utah. First thing that pops up. First of all, is Israel. No, but seriously, like, first thing that pops up. Sherry Steele. Like, Okay.
2 more steals, this time minor children. We do know, according to the indictment, that there were children that were there for the shooting. And these children, like I said, are going to provide an eyewitness testimony to Charlie Kirk's shooting. And they are with their aunt, Tiffany. And they say that they saw what happened up close. And I believe you're going to hear them say that they were a family of 16. So, like I said, my source says there are a ton of steals that are in Orem. Here is what these particular steals told Good Morning America in the early
thank you, Jonas,
hours
for resubscribing on Kick, by the way.
Charlie's
Big shout out.
assassination, like the next day. Take a listen.
We're joined now by Tiffany Barker and her nieces Elle Steele and Mia Grant, who were all in the audience yesterday afternoon. Thank you for joining us this morning. I know it's been a difficult day for all of you right now. And Tiffany, let me begin with you. Just tell us what you remember about the scene yesterday.
It was horrific. There was one shot that rang out, and everybody instantly looked around and then fell to the ground. People saw Charlie instantly get shot in the neck, and everybody fell to the ground, and then people started running and got run over. And I was with my family. We had 16 of us there, so 5 adults and like 11 children. And we instantly got separated. We're trying to find everybody, and we had amazing Good Samaritans that grabbed kids. One took my niece and took her to her apartment. Somebody grabbed these 2 and my daughter and took them over to the tennis courts and stayed with them till I came. It was a super awful tragedy, and there were really good people that stood up and supported each other.
Tiffany Barker, how can we be sure that she's real?
Really powerful to see that.
Elle and me, I can't imagine how scared you must have been yesterday. What can you tell us about what you all remember?
Actors?
Elle, you go first.
Are you related to the Steels, Jimbo? I can't disclose.
So I remember hearing this thing. It was hard to know what it was, but then I saw it, and I saw blood everywhere, and it hit his artery, and then I fell to the ground. I covered my head with my hands.
She's gonna say, now what little girl says artery, huh?
Started saying a prayer, and then we all ran. We sprinted away, and we ran away and then we met at the tennis courts. And
how does she know what an artery is? She's like 10.
Anyone? It was just me, Mia, and then my other cousin Bella. And then we were calling everyone. We didn't know what to do, and then we finally met up with them, and it was just so scary.
I'm sure. Mia?
I remember that we were 15 feet away, and I thought the shot was a firecracker or something. It just didn't seem real. After that, we went
Wooz's swearing up and down he heard 3 shots. I don't know what the implication of that would be, but he says 3 shots he heard.
Where Charlie Kirk was, and then we were meeting up at the tennis courts and trying to find everyone and get everyone together. And Charlie Kirk was such a good guy. I'm gonna miss him so much. I've always watched all of his videos, and
he's gonna be like, this sounds rehearsed. They're actors.
I can't imagine what you all went through.
America's gonna miss Charlie Kirk.
Can't imagine what you went through yesterday. Thanks for sharing your stories this morning.
Okay, so I was just interested in the family more broadly speaking. I can tell you the family's very heavily involved in politics. That woman that you are looking at, her father was a businessman turned councilman. Sister ran for lieutenant governor. They're also featured in another incident. She kind of pops in the news a lot with a mayor. So by all accounts, asking locally, they're a good family. They're heavily involved in politics, but the right side of politics, as I would say, as somebody who was a conservative, I think that was kind of maybe stripped there, trying to learn more about these individuals. For me personally, I don't love the idea that at this time, the killer is still on the loose. They had nothing at this time. And I'm just going who would allow their kids back onto that campus that survived a shooting and to go speak to the news the next day when the killer was still on the loose? But I don't need to, I guess, judge the actions of parents.
You are so retarded.
Is we're not getting the full story. Okay. And
she's like, the sniper could still be on the roof.
I reached out to those individuals, by the way,
shooting.
asked them to speak with me. I want to learn more about what they witnessed. I want to learn more about what they say that they heard and what they saw, what happened afterwards,
And
what the setup there is
retarded.
on UVU campus, what time they went there. I want to know everything because I just
It's a haunted
spiritually
area.
know
Yeah, it's true.
that more people are
Charlie's
involved. Okay.
ghost.
Now let me tell you something about what the locals are theorizing. And like I said, it's the first thing that has made sense to me. Okay.
The locals.
They are telling me that something which you will recall, the first people
the
that
fuck
got
are
out
the locals?
the map of everywhere to look. And this
Should I
is
call
where
my
the
friends that
shooter
go to
walked, and
UVU?
this is
Should
what
I say,
happened. And
Yo,
you
what's
know,
word on the ground there? Hey, what are they theorizing on the ground over there? Yo, what are they saying in the UVU student housing? What are they? What's going on?
here's
Word in
our
the
diagram
dorms?
of where everything took place. And he ran to the woods and he grabbed the gun, but we're not really getting too many details about where he got that gun from. We're just kind of told in the woods. And this person about where.
Okay, wait. So he lived there. He walked there to there to there. Oh, wait, that makes so much sense then. Why he's walking and not driving? That makes so much sense. The only thing I was really having an issue with was why he's walking in that footage and not driving if he has a car or whatever. But that makes so much more sense.
Where he got that gun from. We're
He just lives right there, and Charlie Kirk was shot right there.
just kind of told in the
You just
woods.
debunked yourself.
And this person tells me where he got that gun from. We're just kind of told in the woods. And this person tells me
The wooded area.
actually the gun was found in the backyard of someone that I know. We all know each other. And it was found by a chicken coop. Like you could describe it as a wooded area, but you know, it's pretty suburban here. And it was found by her chicken coop. The locals are theorizing. Again, we have no proof of this.
Okay, so that just makes sense.
So this is what they are saying is that they're not being honest about the fact that the house right next door to where the gun was found is a mysteriously vacant home that is owned by the university itself, and that is where they believe that the true shooter ran to following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. They think, and
Well,
again,
the true shooter did go there because that's where he put the fucking
I'm
gun.
floating a theory here that that the true shooter ran to following the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
The gun's there.
They think, and again, they're floating a theory here, that Tyler Robinson was instructed to merely drop off his gun, okay, walks onto campus to simply drop off his gun at the chicken coop place. So I'm going to show you that. Do we have a map of that vacant property
retard
and
are
where
you
the gun
asking?
location is found? And he says you'd have to be an insider to know
this.
that the general direction that person is running, even though
An
they're very
insider?
close, similarly would lead him to the vacant home that
An
we all kind of
insider
have
at
questions about.
UVU.
You know, it's kind of been vacant for a while, and actually, where the gun is found, it's just two different places. So his theory is that Tyler Robinson, and this would definitely align with our decoy boy, right? I did it. Oh, actually, it turns out that I have child pornography. Is that Tyler and Lance could have gotten mixed up in some deep internet stuff, which makes sense because as we have learned, Lance is deep on the web, and that they were actually.
All right, check this. Let's see. Check this out. Boom, boom. Orem. This is the campus, I think. Hold on, can I get a satellite map? Yeah. No, this isn't campus. It's UVU. It's like by the highway. It's like here. Here? Yeah, it's here. Yeah, because basically this is student housing. Not to dox my friend, but my friend used to live here. Then he moved into one of these. And now I don't know where he's living because I didn't see it last time I was there. Okay, so where's the menorah? Where's the giant menorah? Right there. Okay, so the menorah is right there. So the vacant house that they're talking about is right here. Off the market. Let's see. Property dashboard. Owned by Utah Valley University. Okay. So that is true. That might mean that they're trying to buy the entire neighborhood and expand over there. Or they're going to put a parking lot there. What about the ones next to it? Aerial image. Well, what if this shows us Tyler Robinson depositing the gun? Okay, so wait, so there's a chicken coop over here. Wait, this is a cool satellite like view. Wait. Okay, wait. So they have, oh, this is like a house that has stuff back here. Like construction or something. Yeah, so they're probably going to bulldoze this. Build something else here. So this was where the gun was deposited. Is that right? Is that what she's saying here?
Instructed up where the gun.
Gun location. Behind that house, yeah. It was like right here. Dude, how zoomed in can we go? Whoa. Dude, we're doing detective work just like Candace.
Is found. It's
IMAX
just
mode, yeah, a little bit.
2 different places. So
David Hogg's silence really speaks volumes. Yeah, right.
His theory is that Tyler Robinson, and this would definitely align with our decoy boy, right? I did it. Oh, actually, it turns out that I have child pornography. Is that Tyler and Lance could have gotten mixed up in some deep internet stuff, which makes sense because, as we have learned, Lance is deep on the web, and
the deep web.
They were actually instructed. Maybe they're getting out of the situation. Again, we are in full theory zone. I'm telling you what I'm hearing from locals. This is not Candace Owens' theory, but this would make more sense to me. That these were just guys that said, okay, if we found something weird on your camera, or weird on your laptop, here's what you're gonna have to do to get out of this. Maybe they're being blackmailed or threatened, or you're gonna go to prison for a very long time. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this weapon, and you're gonna walk this weapon,
Charlie Kirk,
and you're gonna leave this weapon right here, okay? And that's it. Then you're gonna busy yourself elsewhere around, and we will tell you what to do next. That's their theory about Tyler Robinson, okay? And that then the real shooter is an entirely different person who actually went into what they would describe to be a safe house of sorts. Putting it out there. And I can tell you that we are now prodding that narrative and asking if you are a person who has any footage and you have been instructed not to give any footage whatsoever. I don't know. I can't understand if you own the property and it's yours. I don't know how they can tell you it's not yours anymore, since don't forget, Governor Cox said it's all wrapped up. It's over. We've got him. Move on. I don't see how you showing us a Dodge Charger that you saw driving by would be problematic.
Candace, no, stop. Please don't suck my pee-pee. Don't suck, Candace. Please don't suck me. Candace, please. I really don't want a blowjob from you. Says Anonymous.
I need to read it. $100, Candace, no, stop. Please don't Candace, please don't me. Candace, please, I really don't want it from you.
So, yeah. If you know anything, please email tips@CandaceOwens.com. We are going to get to
and our sponsor.
Okay, this is it's like
next.
There's a thirst there that I've never seen. They are all parroting the same talking points. They're clearly collaborating. I can tell you.
Wait.
I'm telling you guys, I've been through a lot of media attacks. I mean, you name it, I've been through it. This is another level. Okay, this is like, it's like, there's a thirst there that I've never seen. They are all parroting the same talking points. They're clearly collaborating. I can tell you it's a Zionist attack. I've lived through enough of them. This is what they're like. And they all kind of say the same thing, slightly different. And the idea is to pile up and hope. And if people keep seeing the same thing, they'll just believe it's true. And of course, Bibi Netanyahu, defending Bibi Netanyahu seems to be at the center of it all. That Zionists control a lot of publications in America. That is just a reality. We can even go through that. It's a little weird that I have never said throughout discussing this case, which I care very much about, that Bibi Netanyahu murdered Charlie Kirk. Tucker Carlson never said that. Megyn Kelly never said that. Dave Smith never said that. Instead, what we are doing is we are disputing Netanyahu's narrative that him and Charlie were on great terms and really friendly and had just invited him out. And here's this love letter Charlie wrote. He heavily implied that. And he was saying way too much, too fast, and too soon. That didn't feel right. And we just wanted the truth to be out there. I don't know who specifically came out and said that Bibi killed Charlie Kirk. But now that he's, for the second time, denying that he is, people are going, what's actually going on here? This is weird. When Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I didn't feel compelled to come out and make 2 videos to tell people that I didn't kill him. That would be weird. Like, you would be like, Candace, that's very strange. Why do you feel like you need to say that? But Tucker Carlson had to make 2 videos.
Sent $5 in a warm full of roses be a sunflower.
So, like, who's convinced by any of this? You know, I didn't make a video about how I didn't kill him. Yeah, well, did anyone at all ever insinuate that you did? Like, did anyone for a second think that that was even a possibility, that you were setting up the hit? Like, fucking stupid ass bitch. No one believes you could have done that. And Yahoo just low-key got motion. He just kind of got motion like that, where he just could, you know, he could kill you at any time. Scary, but true. Now they're up in heaven. True. Never forget. November 20th? 11th? No. I don't know. Whatever that day was. Don't forget it. Whatever it was. Brought them into your house. Never forget Sandy Hook. Girls and 2 young boys, you gave them juice and shared your toys, and you let them know whatever day was, they were safe. Whatever day it was, never forget. Yeah. Jean Rosen. Your goldfish pond is nice, it's true, but you deserve an ocean too. Mansion with 1 million floors could maybe house a heart like yours. Ooh. Insane tribute to Jean Rosen. Dude, this is so crazy. Like, seriously, this is the most insane thing ever. Who the fuck? I mean, even if you see all that shit and you're like touched, okay? Who's writing a song like this? Or just, you like, let kids come into his house, like way off campus? On second thought, there's probably not a house that holds the heart you've got. Jill Abramovich, of course. Oh yeah, that's right. Abramovich. Roses bloom and elm trees. Who the F is Jean Rosen? Jean Rosen is a saint that let kids that were walking from Mrs. Hopsprung's class after Sandy Hook, he let them chill in his living room or something.
Videos saying I didn't kill Charlie Kirk, you would go, that's weird. Megyn Kelly, I didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Why would she do that? Of course she didn't kill Charlie Kirk.
Oh my
gosh. Bibi has come out,
gosh.
like I said, with his second statement, and we can listen.
What's different between you Megyn Kelly and Bibi Netanyahu. What could possibly be the difference there? Where just because you don't make that does not make it necessarily weird that he would. Maybe that he's the prime minister of fucking Israel and everyone's accusing the Mossad of having killed him, including you.
To it. Take a listen.
Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, said that the bigger the lie, the faster it will spread. Well, somebody has fabricated a monstrous big lie that Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's horrific murder. This is insane. It is false. It is outrageous. Charlie Kirk was a giant, a once-in-a-century talent who defended freedom, defended America, defended our common Judeo-Christian civilization. Charlie loved Israel. He loved the Jewish people. He told me so in a letter that he sent me just a few months ago. One of my greatest joys as a Christian, he said, is advocating for Israel and forming alliances with Jews to protect Judeo-Christian civilization.
Right.
He encouraged me to make the case directly to the American people about how vital Israel is to U.S. national security. He told me, the Holy Land is so important to my life, it pains me to see support for Israel slip away. Now, if Charlie disagreed with a policy of mine or a decision here and there, not only did I not mind, I welcomed it. This is the essence of Charlie. This is the essence of a free country. It's exactly what Charlie stood for.
Dude, he's probably being, okay, can I just be real? He's probably being literally 100% real and honest there. Like, that's just all, that just makes sense. He was like the #1 Israel Glazer of all time. He had like 3 moments of doubt ever about anything Israel did ever. And now we're pretending that they killed him because of that. Like, that's literally just probably true. He's probably like, what? Why would I kill him? What, he disagreed with me on like 3 occasions? Guys, he was glazing me every single day. like guys, even if he disagreed with some of my policies, he was telling me he loves Israel. And, you know, she's like, well, that's not what that fucking letter said. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, I'm sure that is what that letter said. He just, literally what Netanyahu just said is, in a letter Charlie wrote, he was giving me tips and tricks to win back over public support in America. Okay? Saying that he's upset that people aren't liking Israel and that the support for it is waning. Was telling him things he disagreed with. Said, that's okay, whatever. Like, hello?
And I knew that his suggestions always came from the heart, from his love for Israel and from his love for the Jewish people. A few weeks before his death,
I'm not shaking my desk.
I invited him to visit Israel again.
Shakes anytime I like move my hand.
That won't happen.
You need to get a heavier
now,
desk.
Some are peddling these disgusting rumors, perhaps out of obsession, perhaps with Qatari
Actually,
funding.
it's the screen.
What I do know is this.
I have to get it like
Charlie
this.
Kirk was a great man, and a great man deserves honor, not lies. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. May your memory be a blessing.
I don't know, guys. That Israeli propaganda just ain't hitting the same. It's just not hitting the same. I feel like it was hitting in 2018, but like this is just not hitting. Gaza's not helpful. You talk.
The fuck you mean it was hitting in 2018? Who was it hitting in 2018? Like, you were doxing people for being racist in 2018. Bitch.
About a free country, Gaza, just kind of being bombarded because you want to make a beachside place vacation for your friends. It's not feeling good. And we can see what you're doing. We do know you are a cold-blooded murderer. Looking at what's happening in Gaza, there's no question about that. How many kids have been murdered, okay? And you're, again, saying too much. I don't know why you don't seem to be able to get through a speech without lying or implying a lie. Who specifically, Bibi, is funded by Qatar? Maybe, don't just maybe Qatar. In fact, you are the one, your administration is the one that has been under investigation for taking money from the Qataris. It was actually related to Gaza. So, and what you were going to do with Gaza thereafter. So why are you saying that? about Americans.
Oh
if we were taking money from Qatar, it wouldn't be a problem according to your administration and your cronies.
Bibi Netanyahu is taking money from Qatar to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
I was so hopeful that you would be able to get through that speech without mentioning the Holocaust, but that was kind of the opening liner. Joseph Goebbels said, bro, Joseph Goebbels has nothing on.
Actually, the Jews don't even want Gaza. The Jews don't even care. They don't even care about that land. The Qataris do. Are you insane?
The Zionists in America and the propaganda that they have pushed. I gotta tell you, that's the reality. Okay.
Qatar controls Israel, which controls America.
Freud, how you guys created the system of propaganda. Who's the real father of modern propaganda?
Joseph Goebbels. Okay?
It's the Freud family. We're awake to this. We see what you guys are doing.
Goebbels.
And you're not making people feel comfortable with the fact.
The father of modern day propaganda is the Freud family, as in Sigmund Freud's daughter. What is wrong with you? Like, what world do you live in right now? I know that you've only read 3 books, so you have strictly only ideas from like 3 places rattling inside your head, but that is so retarded.
That you keep coming out to have to deny something that certainly wasn't asserted by me on this program, and you're doubling down on your lie. I told you to publish the full letter that Charlie wrote you, not lines of it.
The father of modern day propaganda, Sigmund Freud, like what? You can disagree with like Freudian psychology. Again, like I'm not even saying it's all right, obviously, okay, but propaganda?
It's a lie by omission. And to stop mentioning the fact that you invited him to Israel just 2 weeks ago without mentioning the fact that he declined to go. Am I lying? Can anybody actually work and assert that I am lying? You can say my name. Candace Owens lied. Charlie said, I'd love to go to Israel. Charlie said, I'd love to have you on my radio show. For some reason, that seems to be a common theme.
Didn't Candace say she had the letter? I think she insinuated that she did, but in reality, I think Tucker Carlson had seen the letter. Tucker Carlson has said he read the letter and read the text, or like he was told what the letter said and read the text. And then Candace is pretending that she has, but she clearly hasn't.
That they have sent the hounds out, but they're unable to actually dispute the words that are coming out of my mouth. You have Bill Ackman, extraordinarily. I said, I will publish whatever it is that you say, Bill. You can come on the program. We can talk about that trip to the Hamptons. He just kind of, which was, by the way, you guys on Instagram were so funny. I didn't even have to say anything. You guys just saw right through it because we're all awake. He just, I guess, shared text messages with Charlie Kirk to dispel the claims of, you see how it says blackmail in parentheses, but they put Israel. I never said Israel blackmailed him. I never said that. Okay. And in fact, somebody that was at the Hamptons published a statement and said that Charlie said he felt morally blackmailed. Okay, so that doesn't help your case. But anyways, Bill Ackman published these private text messages.
You're saying it right now.
That was supposed to dispel the idea that anything happened in the Hamptons. And yeah, actually what's missing from these messages are like a date, a context, and they don't dispel anything that I have asserted. Okay.
Or didn't assert at all, apparently, or just didn't. Have you asserted anything?
So
have you even made a claim?
Here? Then they trot this guy out, Eric Bolling. He goes on the PBD podcast, and this should be embarrassing. Like, the amount of lies coming out of this man's mouth was astounding. Okay, but they ran with it. The New York Post, right? Outfit of the Mossad, outfit of the deep state. Ran with it. Charlie Kirk had a breakup with Candace Owens, like as if we were dating. Let's listen actually to what Eric Bolling had to say on the PBD podcast.
At some point, her credibility, I mean, is going to go down the tubes because she needs to bring receipts. Bill Ackman brought receipts. How long was that tweet?
It's still going. I think
he was there in the room. Andrew Colbert was there in the room. You're on the board of Turning Point?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you saw Candace Owens?
In person?
Yeah.
2015, 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
When's the last time she was at a Turning Point event?
Not in many years.
Okay.
But
So let's
you don't even
without
have to
even
do this,
being
Adam.
biased.
There's a
is Candace even involved in Charlie Kirk's life at all?
No question, proof that Candace Owens is nothing, has nothing to do. She would be in a perfect world if they didn't have this. What I already know was a very quiet breakup where she got too rabbit hole for him. She would be the logical heir to the TPUSA throne, but she's
and
not.
Now she's not even invited.
Correct. So this is so their divide is.
Wait a minute, not invited meaning
she's not even there.
Yeah, she's not.
She's not there.
One of the names.
Wait, you don't think she'll be at the funeral?
No.
That's
I mean,
not the funeral.
The heir to the TPUSA throne.
She doesn't speak at the events.
He's so dumb too. Like, sorry, he's just so retarded. Like,
anymore.
I mean,
so that's just what it's so good for this to happen because you guys are watching everything that I'm saying and you can watch them lie. Eric Bolling, I just don't even get this one. How can you say that I have not spoken at a Turning Point USA conference in years when I literally went on tour with Turning Point USA on college campuses last year? Like that's just incredible. You didn't know that I went, I was on tour for Turning Point USA last year. You don't remember that happening at all. Okay. Then I get fired from the Daily Wire. Turning Point USA is the first to issue a Christ is King statement of support. Then I do, what was it, the YWLS conference right after that. So let's just actually bring this in. What you are referring to, which is kind of a part of the story that we're telling you, is that the Zionists started circling Charlie and trying to control things. This was actually...
okay, so are we asserting that he was blackmailed by them or not? Like, can she clarify? Is she saying that or are we not saying that now? Like, did the Frankist Israelis blackmail Charlie Kirk or try to or no?
In the around September or whatever. And I was always very honest that Charlie and I had a conversation and they were putting pressure on him. You can't talk to her. She's talking about Israel, blah, blah. I said, Charlie, I am under so much fire right now. Do not even, I'm like radioactive. Don't even worry about the conference. I have to rebuild my whole life. I have to figure out how to get my podcast back on the road. I literally, I'm banned from Australia because I stood up to Zionists. Like I have so much going on for me not to speak at AmpFest.
Dude, everybody's banned from fucking Australia. Like, the quartering's probably banned from Australia. That doesn't even mean anything.
Is nothing. Like, that doesn't even mean anything. Save yourself, okay? It means nothing to me. Tell them whatever you need them to tell them. And I'm going to focus on trying to rebuild my life because they also had me canceled from YouTube. Remember all that stuff at the end of last year? It was insane. Then I came back bigger and I came back stronger because at the end of the day, the truth will win against lies. That's the message. And so the reality is that then they came inward because that's what Zionists do. They started putting more pressure on him. And this time they didn't want just Candace Owens. It was Tucker Carlson because Tucker went to AmFest. And then they said that can't happen again either. And Charlie started realizing which way the wind was blowing. And in fact, in the very week that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he was saying that he wanted me back on the roster. That's where his mindset was at. You cannot dispute any of this.
Please receipt.
Because it's real. This is then suddenly he gets a Schulman guy is the one that said, I want my name off of the building at Turning Point in the 48 hours leading up to his assassination, the couple of days leading up to his assassination. They were squeezing him, trying to control who he was allowed to speak to. And that started in real earnest, I can tell you, in Q4 of last year. And then Charlie had enough. And I've got a lot more that's going to come out about what happened at Turning Point. It wasn't just that. They were spiking the ball, where they were spending the money. It was almost like they just wanted to take over the company that he had built and turn it into just another outfit of the Mossad. Like that's the information that I...
Okay, how are we not asserting that they fucking killed him then? Hello? Like, how, in what world are we not now asserting
and I
the
want to make
BB who killed him?
Sure that I properly vet everything and go through everything. That's what it looks like, and it's going to come out.
No one else heard him say it, but he said it to me. Yeah, right.
So your little talking points and the lies people can look up and research and see that's not true, and that's your big LOL point. Like, oh well, the proof of this is she's not speaking at Charlie's honoring Charlie event in Arizona, and then they ask me these questions. They're like, when's the last time you spoke to Erica? Have you attended a Charlie Kirk? What is it? Can you pull up the weird thing? Because they're all running with these talking points. This is what we got from the Daily Mail. Is she planning to attend his memorial service in Arizona? Was she asked to speak? Or did she ask to be a part of the program? Why would I ask to be a part? Like this is obviously Erica is in like full control. I would hope she's in full control, but I don't know because I'm hearing some stories about donors that are pushing things. But let's reopen that. More questions here.
That is true. That is actually happening. That is real. Ben Shapiro sent her $1 million. Someone else has sent them $1 million. Sean McGuire. What else? They pushed out. Let's see. Tyler Bauer was boxed out along with all the TPUSA staff. He ran TPUSA day to day and had a track record of at least. Yeah, okay. And then, what else? Now, McGuire, Ackman, and Shapiro are funneling millions to Kirk's widow as she fronts the organization. That is happening. And Sean McGuire was the guy who was controlling no, not Sean McGuire. Tyler Bauer was the one who would kind of be like in charge of most of Turning Point if Charlie Kirk died normally. But you know, like all the money's working against him, so they've like removed him basically. And he was less of like a Zionist Israeli agent.
Has she attended any of the vigils for him? Is she planning to attend? Does she speak to Erica? When's the last time they spoke? Board member Eric Bowling, by the way, he's not a board member, but that would have been a good fact check for you, PBD, said that Charlie Kirk had a quiet breakup with Candace Owens after she got too far down the rabbit hole for him. Has there been any communication between, if there hasn't been any communication between the two for many years, it's made up. It's just all made up. And like I said, the reason that they're doing this is because they want us to stop investigating the death of Charlie Kirk. I am convinced this is a full-blown Fed operation. I'm hearing about the pressure that's even happening with planning this event. They're trying to make it seem like, oh my, how dare she? Did you attend a vigil? Except with anything. No, actually, I didn't attend a vigil. And nope, you're right. You got me. I was not invited to speak alongside President Trump and JD Vance on the stage with Tucker Carlson at a memorial event. What does this have to do with anything? The answer is it has to do with nothing.
They all still love me.
They're working on a narrative like they always do. They're coming in, they're squeezing, and they're trying to pretend that Charlie and I didn't speak for...
More DMs leak, check young Putin again? Where are the DMs from? We already saw these.
For years. It could not be further from the truth. Okay? Charlie and I never for a single second stopped being friends. Ever. Never happened. They can't produce one shred of evidence to that effect. Nope. Just donors. And the donors at Turning Point need to be investigated. Because what I'm hearing, like I said, from Turning Point sources is not good. And guess what? If it's gotta be me and you need to hate me forever, that's totally fine. On top of that, talk about a federal operation out of nowhere. Brigitte Macron just lies. I don't even know how they got this in the press. This is so dumb. Brigitte Macron comes out and says they have offered scientific evidence to the U.S. court to prove that Brigitte is a woman. That's what her lawyer says. Well, the lawyer's a liar because we haven't even started this case yet. So how could you have offered scientific proof to a court to prove you're a woman, especially because you're not suing me over the claim that I said you were born a man? You were born a man. I guess you're born a boy.
They literally are.
That's what I should say.
They literally are suing you for that.
And you've never sued anybody for making.
Dude, she's going to start, eventually she's going to start saying, I never said you're a guy. That's weird to sue me. Weird to sue someone for claiming that you're a guy if they never said that. Like, I don't.
That statement. You sue for things around it. You're suing me because you're saying, well, you said I stole the identity from my sister. I'm not a thief. You've never sued anybody for the claim that you were born male. So I don't know what this is. Just like we're just going to all hound Candace to try to distract her from looking into Charlie Kirk's murder and assassination. But it's focusing me more because this is not normal. Like the
Genuinely hope the courts charge her for $1 billion like they did Alex Jones. Yeah, true.
The amount of lying that's happening right now is because you don't think I'm strong enough to handle it and you're trying to break me. You're not going to break me, okay? I watched him catch a bullet in the throat and we're being lied to by everybody about who was involved, why it happened, and
I was there. I saw it.
You are attacking the people who are, the person rather, who is trying to investigate it. You're not a good friend, they say, if you investigate this. Now they're running the, how dare you get clicks for investigating it? What? This is my show. How dare you get clips for even talking about me talking about it? You morons. You guys think we're that stupid? How dare Candace get clicks as we get clicks off of Candace getting clicks? It's so asinine. You're so stupid. And the entire world is watching.
They're not pretending to be his fucking best friend. Like, hello. They're not. No one else is pretending to be best friends with Charlie Kirk.
And that's what's problematic. Left and right, we are realizing something more sinister happened. We're not taking the MAGA bait. The dad MAGA. He's been more MAGA than ever. One of the commenters pointed out, why would the dad suddenly be more MAGA than ever? Like, what happened recently? Like, we're in September. Like, what happened that someone would commit themselves further to Trump? More MAGA than ever. In fact, it's been kind of the opposite. People think we're occupied by Zionists. More MAGA people are going like,
no, they
it seems like Trump has kind of given up.
Boomers do not
free
think
speech,
that.
and his administration seems to be controlled by Bibi Netanyahu. So that doesn't
no
ring
boomer
true
has
either.
said that at all.
And then it's like, oh, over here, but trans.
What
trans.
world do you live in?
Neither. Left and right, we're paying attention.
Why do I keep saying that? Like, she's just insane. She's just not a good gauge for like reality at all.
And we're looking up at who rules over us, and it's not a pretty picture. I'm going to get to your guys' comments. Obviously, we've just covered a lot here. First, going to tell you about Tax Network USA, because if you are stressed about
that big black ass has single-handedly convinced all boomers. True.
Check out. All right. Steve Carrington, thank you for the $20. He writes that this is for the Ackman Fighting Fund. And but he won't sue because then he will get cross-examined and he won't risk it because perjury equals jail. I don't know, man. The fact that Brigitte is suing.
What the fuck is this laptop for if she's reading on a screen way in front of her?
This is what they do. Like I said, it's just what they do. You know, they've got people in their back pocket, lawyers,
Let's get some, like,
doing their bidding.
low-cut
They
shirts.
created the system, and then they mock us for
Let's cut
participating
something
in the
out
system. Like I told you, Bill Ackman at this Hamptons retreat, according to one of the attendees, told them that they shouldn't even aspire to own a home and they should just give money to stocks. Like, okay, I'm sure you own no homes. They just want to turn us all into slaves. Like,
he doesn't make money off of
what
this.
I believe about the.
She keeps saying that. She keeps saying to a private group of TPUSA influencers at some very private TPUSA event. It sounds like they were asking him, like, what do you think we should, buy? Or what do you think we should invest in? Do you think we should buy property or something to make a bunch of money? To Bill Ackman, who's like a fucking hedge fund manager. And he said, like, no, I would probably, if I was just trying to make money, invest in stocks or something that, something like that. She keeps going, Bill Ackman just tells them, don't buy a house, don't buy property. Just buy stocks because he wants us to be broke slaves forever.
The billionaire class of what they actually
Rasu, shut up.
Want out of us, which is just for us to work forever and to own absolutely nothing. Krista Young, thank you for the donation. Candace, something is not right, Krista writes. You are going to uncover the truth. They messed up and we are here for it. Charlie said once, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We don't know, but we know, so do not stop asking questions. Yeah, there is a reason they're doing this. They want.
We don't know, but we know. Keep saying
not
that.
Until there's this memorial thing in Arizona, which is not a funeral. It's a memorial event. Okay. That is, by the way, in large part, from what I understand, being controlled by the White House. Trump is controlled by Zionists. So they're like,
it's fine if you've got the inside track and rig the system. That's just retarded. It's like, no, if you have a bunch of money and you had just invested it in like the most basic portfolio you could buy, you would have made crazy returns over the last 5 years.
Baiting me here. Why would I be invited by anyone in Trump's Zionist administration as I am?
If you got property, you wouldn't necessarily like.
Speaking about topics that I'm speaking, it's common sense. They're not going to allow me to share the stage, right? This is what was it? Michael Malice. Am I getting the name right? When he was going on his rant, if you watch the rest of it, when he says something's not right, he says people who are close to Trump in the first administration cannot get close to him. He's like surrounded.
He doesn't.
at this moment.
He just talked about buying them.
Michael Savage, pardon.
He just wants to.
And he's telling the truth. Okay.
That's wholesome, Karasu. I'm just saying that's not how you become a fucking billionaire, okay? That's just not. I mean, it could. I mean, I guess if you buy the right properties, maybe. Depends what you're doing. But I think Bill Ackman was saying, like, no, if you want to be rich, don't buy random houses in the middle of nowhere. Don't go homestead. Don't focus all of your money on just building a nice place for you to live in necessarily if your goal is to make money.
Like, we're an occupied nation. It's got nothing to do. First off, the memorial is also an open event. So that is even crazy. But this is their sink line done, right? They're, oh my, well, are you speaking? Are you one of the...
I want a house, Jimbo. Thanks, Jimbo. I'm selling it. Paperwork's done. Should make 25 to 33% profit. What do you mean you want a house? You want a house and now you're selling it for only 25% profit?
5 people that's speaking at this event? No, I'm not. And guess what? That's not going to stop me from looking into this and understanding what exactly is that happened. You're trying to make us move on because you know that
buy property and lease it, Jimbo. That makes money. That's true. It's got
something to do with the clothing. That was the Fed mistake, and we're going to keep
that can make money. But that also
Lulu. Thank you so much for the big donation. She writes, Candace, you stay strong. I believe Charlie is watching from heaven. I do too. And this is
honestly, if you do rent a house and you just are racist but low key about it, you know, like you don't break any rules. You don't do anything where they can prove that you're doing it based off race. But if you definitely do that, then it can be really profitable. Then you can just accurately, you know, like profile the people renting
why
it.
It matters. And you know, if anyone can figure out the truth that it is you have been placed in the refiner's fire. Luke 12:2-3. However, nothing is hidden that will not be disclosed, or nothing concealed that will not be known or come out into the open. It feels that way right now. I really do. I believe that the devil overplayed his hand. The Charlie Kirk assassination, whatever it is, whatever truth we come to, it's going to explode, and there's going to be so many revelations about how this world really works. Principalities, rulers in dark places. The Bible tells us this, and it is correct. John Heinchel, thank you. Wow, these donations, by the way, are huge. Keep going, Candace. You got this. Christ is king. In
Scary Politan Superfan says, chat, I'm about to have sex with a girl. I'm in their bathroom. I've never done this before. I need to know where is the clit and how do I lick it properly? Need help. ASAP.
Indeed, Christ is truth, and truth is king.
Karasu, can you help him out? Karasu, can you help out
Cajun
Scary?
Pinay writes, praying for you and your
Karasu,
family.
He
stay
needs
safe
you.
And
Can you help out Scary Politan Superfan?
Keep on, warrior. Thank you so much for this donation. Brittany Watson writes, Candace, you are like a crime-fighting superhero, solving all of the world's political crimes through investigative journalism. I believe you will be vindicated and proven.
Karasu, help out Scary Politan Superfan.
I've been telling truth about that too. They better enjoy this break. Thank you for all of your hard work. No, instead they're like, everyone's attacking her, so we're just going to randomly try to lie here. You know, you're lying. You've been lying. Your whole political existence is a lie, and this all needs to be revealed, and everything needs to come down. Jasmine writes, get justice for our brother in Christ. We are with you, and we are listening. God is with you and your family. Keep going. Jasmine, these donations are I've never had donations this big on YouTube, and I just want to thank all of you guys for that. 3 Diglets.
Dude, she's getting $20. Are you telling me that all you have to do is send a $20 super chat and this bitch reads it and she's supposed to have 1 million fucking viewers? Are you kidding me?
Thank you. It's just me.
I've never gotten super chats like this.
I agree. Amy Surly writes, God bless
JDI,
you, and
you can hear
up
me.
the search for truth. Martin, did you see the book about Charlie's assassination on Amazon that was available the day before it happened? Praying for you and your family's safety. God bless you. Christ is king. Amazon issued a response, apparently, this is my producer's note, blaming it on technical issues for the incorrect date of the publication of the title. And Amazon removed the book. That's a weird excuse. It's a weird excuse.
Okay, you know what would tell me immediately that Jews literally did not do it is if there was a book published like 12 hours before on Amazon, like an AI slot book, just randomly got fucking published.
Like
That's
I said,
so
we retarded
retarded.
Everything. There was also some artist who posted a song. He happens to be from Utah, and it was called like Charlie Kirk
They
Dead
just
at
had
31.
foreknowledge. Those guys just had foreknowledge.
Right when people started going, this guy looks like the person in the photo, suddenly the Fed said, no, never mind, we got him. It's Tyler Robinson. All lies will be revealed. All leads will be pursued. You can make me persona non grata. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm very content because I'm locked in.
Bitch, you say such retarded shit. If you actually found evidence that Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel, no one would believe you.
And I'm focused. Trevor Miller writes, something is wrong. It's time to unify as a country and fix this. Yes, I am calling on the left and the right to unify and to solve what happened on September 10th. Okay? All of us, left and right. Gene Machine writes, seriously, our last chance at making a real change to anything. Keep going, Candace. Thank you. Kristen writes, it's not right versus left. It's not black versus white. It's not gay versus straight. It is good versus evil and the truth versus lies. Yes, ma'am. Leslie White, you are relentless, Candace. Do not let up. I won't. And I see you guys in the comments. They can put out what they want. I see you guys, gang. Like, nope. Watched it. Lies. I saw you guys, like, the PBD chat going crazy. Thank you for that. I don't know how they just allowed him to lie like that. It's such an easy thing that could have been debunked. But I'm built for this. Like, you get built different when you watch someone
built for it mentioned.
Who you know very well, who you were very close to, who you built with, someone who was beside you when you were nobody. He was nobody. When you watch that person catch a bullet.
This show is just so retarded. This show is just so fucking retarded too.
Really start to comprehend
my show
the
is
evil
retarded
of this world,
too.
the evil that we are fighting, and we are only going to conquer this evil through truth.
I'm built for it.
She everybody's eyes at the exact same time.
I'm just built for
Khalid
it.
Muhammad writes, good luck with everything. Thank you. Cynthia Martinez writes, Candace, you are divinely protected. Even more so after this horrifying loss. Charlie is smiling beside God's throne of grace.
You're divinely protected?
You are wrapped in their protection, wisdom, and triumph. You inspire my family and I.
Why wasn't Charlie?
Writes, here's some Qatari funding for your God-sent mission. Oh, Alina, are you in Qatar? Was it you? Always praying for you and your family's safety. In Jesus' almighty name, love from Montreal. Falalina, the Qatari. Tar. She's the single.
Montreal, a French connection. She's being sent money from France, but from French Canada.
Qatari individual. Anyways, you guys know my real funding always comes from you guys. Thank you to everyone who has bought sweatshirts and hats and gear on our website and signed up. Just to be clear, the CIA stands for the Candace Intelligence Agency, which you see on the back of that, obviously, because we consider ourselves to be the decentralized intelligence. Agency because we get tips from you guys.
Dude, AI exists. You can make better merch than that. Please.
We're tiny, but it's enough. We're just going to keep this going and stay locked in.
That's so
and
bad.
Honor Charlie the best way.
A Kmart logo on the back.
Charlie fought for free
Holy
speech.
Shit.
Charlie was not a fan of manipulation.
How is that real?
And I am going to get to the bottom of why he lost his.
Candace, you could have better merch than. Surely you could have better merch than that. That is so retarded. Okay, the blue one looks horrible. That one I kind of, don't mind that bad. This one sucks because, like, why is... Oh, because Standis. Dude, wait, isn't that literally, like, Nick's joke? Wait, what the fuck? That's unironically Nick's joke. Standis? What the fuck? Is that all the merch? Is there more? Shot. New arrivals? Candace Intelligence Agency. Dude, you would look like such a fucking moron. I mean, at least the CIA one with the logo just looks like it says CIA. You know? So you look less retarded. Unless someone really looks, then you look retarded. Make him a sandwich. We got pick me clothes. she literally has just a pick me themed fucking merch store. Make him a sandwich. Dude, you recognize it? Schedule 1? Candace Owens, Blackout. $150. Signed hardcover book. While Democrats have long acknowledged our struggles and the crimes enacted against us, they've done very little to actually provide memories or prepare us for the future that doesn't center on our brokenness. As we approach the 2020 election, I'm asking the black community to consider the realities of our current economic state, the condition of our schools and neighborhoods, the number of our young men who are incarcerated for far too long. We have been lied to by Democrats who have relied upon our votes to maintain them in power. For too long, we have been lied to by Democrats who have relied upon our votes to maintain them in power. For too long, we have believed that the state is sovereign. We do not belong to the Democrat Party. We do not belong to the socialism. We answer to the true God, not the God of the government. They don't even have an editor on this book? That's crazy. All right, next. What else we got?